What's up, guys, and welcome to the Positive Pathway. Today I have a very special guest, Zurina Bryant. Zurina is the founder of Chitchat Online. She has also worked in startups, medium-sized organizations, and large corporations for over 25 years, working in a variety of industries and with a lot of different people. She has worked as a coach, mentor, and trainer, helping people develop as individuals. Her ultimate goal is to work with people to plan and help them succeed and enjoy life to the fullest. Welcome to the show, Zurina.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. So, Zurina, why don't we start with you sharing a little bit about yourself and perhaps about Chitchat Online?
Okay, Chitchat Online came about because, as you can see by my background, I've had a lot of different things that I've done over a period of time. So I've never had that straight road to where I am today, which is still, of course, doing its curves as on a daily basis, on a yearly basis. So one of the things I wanted to do in life was to actually help youth and encourage them to set some goals and to follow the journey wherever it may take them. So, and it really came about when I was talking to my teenage daughter, Tasha, about what she wanted to do and listening to her struggles, deciding what she wanted to do and how she wanted to get there. And the first thing was she actually didn't know what she wanted to do. So it was, over a period of the last year, we've just had conversations, and I figured chit chat was something that just one day came to me as something that could actually help.
Fantastic. I can certainly relate to not knowing what you want to do. I keep changing every few years too. I still haven't decided.
I totally understand.
So whilst in the role of coach, mentor and or trainer, what would be your top 3 tips to clients to assist them in the pursuit of a positive mindset?
Okay, I guess for me, and if I take, you model out different behavior, the first one would be setting achievable goals. I think, if you can set some achievable goals and really think about whether it is achievable for yourself and also looking to see whether other people have achieved that, I think is one thing to do. Then the next step, obviously, once you've got those goals, is to actually create some steps. So how will you look to achieving those goals? And something that I do a lot is I like to celebrate the small wins along the way. A lot of people wait until they hit that final goal, but I think for a lot of people that never really happens, and they get disheartened because they've never reached that final thing. But if you celebrate the little steps along the way, I think that can be very useful to someone keeping that positive mindset as you go.
Yeah, that sounds like fantastic advice. And I also happen to know that one of your many talents is teaching Pilates. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm in progress with that. One of my, I guess, career changes as well was to learn how to become a Pilates instructor. Why did I do that? Because I felt, about a year ago, I felt I wasn't moving as well as I should be. I'm not that old, but I'm not that young. And I wanted to make sure that I could keep my health along the way because, we do have only one body. This is something a friend taught me. We only have one body, and we want to keep it as healthy as possible for the longest possible time. So learning how to do Pilates well and being able to teach that and impart knowledge was something that I wanted to do for myself, and then also later on be able to teach others and help them along with keeping them healthy as well.
Great. And what else do you do on a daily basis to promote a positive lifestyle?
Okay. Well, I use this app called Endomondo. And that basically allows me once a month, or you can update it every day, but it just allows you to record what you're doing. My goal is just to move a little bit every day. So even if it's for 15 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I think if you move for a tiny bit a day, that helps you rather than sitting sedentary the whole time. So actually taking that time out to plan that half hour, I think is something that I like to do every day. And I encourage, fellow students to do the same. The other thing is also organizing my day. So that feeds into everyone's always busy. We have a lot to do. So how can we manage everything that we need to fit in? So being very organized is something I like to to do for myself. And the last thing is, of course, trying to get good sleep in. That one's a little harder for me, I'll have to admit. I'm not very good at keeping to a time at the end of the day, but I think when I do notice a change, and I think that's very helpful too.
Fantastic. Now, Chit Chat Online, does it have any positive strategies? And do you have any upcoming events or anything happening?
Okay. Well, I guess the positive things about it, and what I've learned when I've been speaking to the experts that we've been pulling on. So we've been very much at the phase of bringing people on board. So we have a pool of people for people to actually come to and talk to. So what I've noticed as I've been speaking to people is that they're very positive in wanting to help. So I really, really am enjoying that. Everyone's, yes, I want to help out. You know, this is a great idea. A lot of them didn't have a goal when they were teenagers, and they would have loved to have had this resource. So I think that's a very positive thing about this. The other thing that I've noticed is, especially with the blog posts that we're starting to write, each of the experts are tasked with writing a story about themselves. And it looks to me that almost every single person has had a very, as I said, the curves and roads rather than the one straight line. So that's been really interesting. And being able to keep positive and to keep moving forward and to just kind of take the journey as well as the end destination, I think is something that everyone needs to learn about. And I guess the one last point I wanted to make is, it's okay if you change your mind. So I think a lot of people feel like they may be a bit of failure if they don't hit that target. But I think if you look at all the experts we have on board, everyone has had a multitude of careers, a multitude of roles. They've enjoyed their whole journey, and they all say that it was okay. You know, it's okay if you don't end up where you thought you were going to start, or even if you circle back later on, it's very okay to do that. And that was, I guess, one of the mindsets I wanted to bring out to anyone who's coming on board to have a session with somebody on Chit Chat Online.
Fantastic. Yes, I love the idea of redefining what success is. I mean, initially you might have an idea of what you want success to be, but after a couple of years, you may have already achieved what you wanted, and your definition may have changed. So
yes, and that seems to be very much the story with a lot of the experts. I actually look forward to reading all the blogs as they come out, because you get to know a little bit more about the individuals rather than looking at them. And for example, we have a lady called Cheryl Miles, and she's now on radio, but she cooks and she loves to do different things. So it's lovely to see her story of where she started and where she is right now. And who knows what will happen in 10 years time. But everyone's very flexible, and they're very sharing and very giving. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today, Zurina, and thanks for all of your insights. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you. I'm sure the viewers loved hearing all about you. So that's all for the show today, folks. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any suggestions for the channel, I'd love to hear them, and don't forget to smash that like button. And remember, respect one another. Respect. Bye for now.